Well, hello everybody and welcome to Mount Smart Stadium here in Auckland. A pleasure to be with you today as we get set for some football action. In a moment we've got the New Zealand under-22 team up against the Chinese under-24 team. This is the curtain raiser to the full all-whites China match coming up a little bit later on. So looking forward to your company over the next couple of hours as we get set for what should be an interesting game of football. Here is the Chinese team, and the interesting thing is that about half of the squad has already played full internationals for China. 6 of them are in the starting lineup. Number 1, the goalkeeper Han. Number 6, who's also the captain, Jiang, one of the defenders. Also a full Chinese international, number 16, Wen. Number 18, He. And number 19, Huang. And number 20, Hao Fang. So a pretty experienced under-24s team. This squad here, we're told, is going to be the basis of the Chinese team that will play at the Asian Games in September up in Hangzhou, a city in South China. So this team here building towards that tournament. And as I touched on, could be a tough day for New Zealand with just one of these players having played a full international for New Zealand. That is number 8, Ben Old, who's played 2 games for the All Whites. The rest of the team is based on the New Zealand under-19 team that qualified for this year's under-20 FIFA World Cup, which is going to be played in May and June in Indonesia. So a lot of these players playing in that tournament in Tahiti last year. The team is going to be captained by Phoenix left back Sam Sutton. So a much younger New Zealand team here. The oldest player in the New Zealand team is Ronan Wynn, number 18. He's currently at Denver University, the younger brother of Declan Wynn, who is a full all-whites international, of course. So he turns 22 in May. So he's the eldest player. A lot of these Chinese players aged 22, 23. So they're a couple of years older than the New Zealand team. So this young New Zealand side, what an opportunity for them here against a Chinese team who, as I touched on, do have plenty of international experience. The referee today, Anna Marie Keeley, has got the match ball in her hands, and she is going to be the official in charge. She's going to be assisted today by Sarah Jones and Gareth Sheehan, with the 4th official, Nick Waldron. So Mount Smart looking in fantastic, Nick, for what's going to be 2 games of football today. There's a Super Rugby game here on Saturday, and the Warriors are back here on Sunday in the NRL. So the ground staff here will have to quickly change all the dimensions and lines to get ready for all of these matches. Great to have this New Zealand under-22 lineup playing today as they build towards a pretty exciting tournament, most of these players later on in the year, the under-20 World Cup. And we're underway with the Chinese team with the first possession. Yes, quite a few under-20 players in the starting lineup today. Finn Sermon, also Jay Herdman and Isaac Hughes are all starting today. A number of them on the bench too. Players like Adam Supik, Lucas Kelly-Heald, Kay Sims, the goalkeeper. Finn Linder, a new player who's come over from Canada, has a Kiwi mum. We might see him a little bit later. So New Zealand get the chance to attack here, and straight away it's going to be a foul there against Oscar Van Hattem. He's going to be playing on the right wing today. So most of these New Zealand lads have played underage level for either the under-17 or the under-20 teams at World Cup. So what we're looking at here is the next wave of potential all-whites that might come through into the team in, I don't know, 2 to 3, 4, 5 years. So it'll be interesting to see the tactics today. Paul Temple is coaching, managing this New Zealand under-22s team today. Football fans will be well aware of who he is. Of course, a former Wellington Phoenix Reserves coach, currently the Technical Academy Director, and the current under-20s assistant coach. So he knows all of these players very well. Interesting to see how they repel this Chinese team. It's a nice pass from Wen. Oh, a clever little back pass to Wen there. It was more of a back heel. Had the New Zealand defence on alert. So straight away, they're going to have to be sharp here. Cleared away there by Finn Sermon. But nicely won there by Yali Xiang. As China look to attack in the New Zealand area, but this under-22 team are able to scramble it clear. But just an example there of the attacking prowess of some of these Chinese players and the creativity of them. So this New Zealand defence today, Finn Sermon, Isaac Hughes, and Campbell Strong, who's playing in that defensive midfielding role. Ronan Wynn and Sam Sutton are all going to have their hands full today, based on what we've seen in these first couple of minutes. But they're all talented and composed players, so I'm sure they'll be relishing the opportunity to put on a New Zealand shirt and do themselves and their country proud. And now that through ball is cut out by that Chinese defender. That's Yali Xiang, who pumps it forward again now, looking for Fang up front for China. Now New Zealand have it in the Chinese half. Win looks to get Campbell Strong going here. But again, the Chinese defence are keen and are able to shut it down. Plick has it now for the Chinese under-24 team. And now Tao. A lot of these players are all professional players in China. One player based in Turkey, but he's not actually in the starting 11 for this game. That is Xiao Kongwu. We might see him a little bit later, another defender. So this is Wen, a 24-year-old, with his hands on the ball to throw it in here. Wen again. So China enjoying some good moments on the ball in the first few minutes. Going to thread the needle between those two New Zealand defenders. But Wynn is going to shatter that one over the touchline here, Ronan Wynn. Been up at Denver University for a while now, 4 years. He's in his 4th year this year. So must coming to the end of his university, or time at university in the US. Interesting to see where he heads next. So Win with this throw-in. Just held there by Van Hannem, but he's muscled off the ball. So Chinese have been active off the ball and they win a throw-in there. Min Jiabao is throwing in again for China. He's playing at left back in this game and maybe even pushing into the midfield a bit. It's well won and away comes New Zealand now, but they don't have too long on the ball, do they? Here comes the Chinese again. This is Tao. Weren't able to clear it, but Dai wins it back for China, and he's on the ball again here. Alex Paulson in goal for New Zealand today. And here he is, getting rid of it quickly, but not able to get Riley Bidwar up front for that play. Good to see Riley Bidwar back in New Zealand. He's been over in Australia recently. Good opportunity for him to get stuck into this game here today. Well, Leak in the midfield there wins it back for China, but a foul is conceded by the visitors. So New Zealand will have a free kick inside China's half, and they'll be able to push some players forward here. It's Campbell Strong, another in an American university at the moment. He's up in Seattle, ex-Eastern Suburbs player. So he'll enjoy being back and playing in this game today, and the one on Sunday, no doubt. Look how quickly China are onto New Zealand's balls here. They're really hurrying the junior all whites up, and they won it back again. Flag stays down. For a moment with a die, might have just been offside, but in the end, he wasn't. So Huang is to Fleet Fang, and Fang has it again here, the striker. That could deflect it into another Chinese foot, but thankfully it didn't for New Zealand. And now they've got a chance to come away through Sutton. And another free kick conceded. But China are keen off the ball, aren't they? They are hungry to get the ball back, and they are hurrying up New Zealand. Whenever they look to deliberately build something, and the passing from New Zealand has just been seized on by China, and if that can stay in, it might have been interesting, but Nguyen couldn't catch up with it. To win with the throw-in. Bidwar, well, he had his jersey tucked there, but Anna-Marie Keeley happy to see Van Hattem try and switch it out to the left-hand side now, and we'll see if New Zealand can open up here through Randall. And that is a foul. That's gone against Yalish Young. He wasn't overly happy with that call. Might have been a little unlucky, as he looked like he got plenty of ball there, the right back. So here's New Zealand with a big chance from a set piece here. But Riley Bidwar is going to place it. See Finn Sermon's come forward, the tall defender. Bidwar's actually taken up position in the area as Campbell Strong's come forward too. Isaac Hughes, the other central defender, so be interesting this one. It's headed away by China, but it's still an opportunity. It's going to be a corner, the first corner of the game. So more pressure here for the Chinese defence. So Ben Old to take this. Target is there, but it's away by the captain, Jiang. So New Zealand having a corner and a free kick. Not able to capitalise, but encouraging signs here for New Zealand, who, as we touched on earlier, are a couple of years younger than this China team. So this is a good test for this New Zealand team. Of course, most of the squad, you'd think, will be in contention for the Paris Olympic Games next year as well. So a lot of these guys have got a lot to play for. Wang it is. Win. Just allow that one to go over the byline for a goal kick. So no clear opportunities in the first 12 minutes. But an intriguing start. New Zealand again being hustled and hurried by these Chinese players. Win again. Sermon had to hurry up there, and Alex Paulson needed to be accurate, and he was. A lovely delivery from him. And now New Zealand can attack on this other side through Sutton. Gets it back. Again, look at the positioning of these Chinese players. New Zealand not finding many gaps. China get it back again. Oh, it's a lovely ball. And now they can attack through some space on this right wing side. Sermon needs to clear it away, and Sutton gets rid of it. Some nice touches by that right-hand side through Hare. And also Weng Shun Dai. Again, Sutton put under a little pressure there by Jay Herdman. And New Zealand are able to eventually deal with it. China win it back again though, and here comes Tao. Wang all the way back to the defending players now. Wang. And find that for a slick. Nice delivery out to Wen there on this left wing side. He's had a strong start to the game. He and Win had a nice little one-on-one battle already on a number of occasions, and that's a great outlet pass there from Ronan Win. And now Oscar Van Hanem putting the foot down. A nice clean challenge though, and referee is going to allow play to continue. There's space in the midfield here for Herdman, and now Ben Old. We know he loves to run at defenders. Just wisely holds it up for Van Hanem. Off the post. New Zealand comes within a whisker of scoring. Very unlucky there is Riley Bidwar. Love to have got the goal scoring underway in this 15th minute. Wasn't to be though. Well, a lucky escape there for China. It was a lovely build-up from this New Zealand team. All started with that beautiful ball from Ronan Win. And in the meantime, China survive, and Wang looks to switch over to the right-hand side. So a little reminder there, what Chinese defence might have to just sharpen up a little bit on occasions. It's a good delivery over to Tao, who's now playing left. And he goes for the near post, but Paulson had it covered. It's going to be a corner. Now, here's the earlier chance here. Watch Ben Old here, just holding it up. Van Hanem, good delivery. And look at Bidwar. Oh, my goodness, he got there in front of Hahn. So close to the opening goal. So China have the chance now. Tao is going to take the corner. Away by Sermon, who's just about probably the tallest player out there. Herdman can't win the ball back for New Zealand. Awkwardly bouncing ball. Yalajiang. Fang, the striker. That's right, he's got plenty of pace and he's fouled right on the edge of the area, right in front of the referee. But, in fact, the call has gone against Fang Hao. And New Zealand are able to clear it. Nice little into play, and there's a late challenge. Our referee, Keeley, is calling a lot of fouls in these first 70 minutes against the Chinese team. A lot of them don't look too malicious. Maybe that one just a little late. I'm sure frustration will build, though, if the frequency of this fouling continues. Here's Wynn again. Plenty of touches for him. And for Sermon and Hughes. Campbell strong as well. Sutton almost loses it. Hold with a nice touch. Now New Zealand to spread it out on the left wing side. That's good play by Randall, who's got it back again. Jesse Randall almost got a shot on goal there. Here's New Zealand again through Herdman. And it's close there. A little bit of confusion in the Chinese defence. Beautifully controlled there by Dai. And now China can counter here. It's jumped upon by Tao, who's coming nicely into the game now. Van Hattem is dispossessed. And now China can build from the back. Now, either of these two teams looking for control. Neither of them really able to seize it just yet. Sam Sutton, there he is, the captain of the day. Coming up to 50 A-League games now for the Phoenix. So currently on 49. So a big milestone game for him coming up shortly. Now Bidwa. Again, lures the foul out of the Chinese defender. Captain Chiang, and New Zealand take it quickly. Now Sermon. Oh, pull past that time from Wynn. Easily cut out by the Chinese U-24 side, and now they come forward. Wang. It's not kept in, or is it? No, it has gone out. Wynn couldn't keep it in the field of play. So New Zealand will get a throw in. So this is the first of two games between these two sides. They'll play again in the curtain raiser on Sunday in Wellington. So I'm looking forward to bringing you that game as well here on New Zealand Football's YouTube channel. All the way back to Han now, the Chinese keeper. All three of these keepers in this Chinese under-24 team have played full internationals for China. So lots of choice for their coach, Dejan Đurđević, a Serbian who's come to China. Very experienced manager in his home country. It's first international job for him. Win to take this throw in. So just the one chance coming in the 15th minute when Riley Bidwa hit the post with a header. Now Van Hattem. Almost lost there by New Zealand. Now Van Hattem's got another foul, and that one right in front of the referee, and Fang was the player who transgressed. So Finn Sermon will get play underway again quickly here. Played 4 games for the Phoenix so far this season, has Finn Sermon. Now New Zealand switch to the left. Sutton coming forward. Randall, it's got plenty of pace, remember. Jesse Randall looking to get Bidwar, but just couldn't quite get the power on that pass back to Bidwar. Do you see New Zealand is starting to look a bit more confident on the ball now? Sutton back to Strong. And Herdman. It was Jay Herdman, the son of John Herdman, who was in the news recently. Has been a potential All-Whites coach to replace Danny Hay. Well, his son plays out of the Vancouver club in Canada, is back here today, and very keen to make an impression. He's the youngest of the players starting today. He's just 18. We'll be calling his name a lot. He was in that under-19 team last year that won the Oceania title in Tahiti, and he was very influential in that tournament as well. Now Sermon for New Zealand. Back over to Ronan Wynn. Going to try their luck on the right-hand side, perhaps. Van Hattem. To get Ben Old into the game again, but couldn't do so. So even though China have had plenty of possession inside New Zealand's half, Alex Paulson not used it too much so far, or hasn't had too many touches. It's good work by Bidwar, and now there's space maybe on the left here. As Sutton comes forward. Herdman. It's good patient play from New Zealand as Strong finds Sutton again. Randall's been a real threat on this left-hand side, and Herdman now with the possession. Bidwar just couldn't take up position on that near post. That was well defended by China. And it's Han, the 23-year-old Guangzhou City keeper, who's got his hands on the ball here. So 25 minutes played, 0-0 the score. Hope you're enjoying this game between the New Zealand under-22 team and the China under-24 team here from Mount Smart. Been a fairly even game so far. Beautiful conditions for football too. Not a breath of wind, temperature around the 20-degree mark. So really beautiful autumn day in Auckland today. Just ideal for some good football to be played between these two sides, and the two sides coming later, the full international between New Zealand and China. Now that's well won by Herdman. It's a 3-on-3 situation. The pass not quite accurate enough though, but the idea was right from Herdman. Just the delivery a bit maybe just astray. But some good signs by this New Zealand team. We're certainly playing better now than perhaps they were right at the start of this match. Well, the switch not paying off that time, but New Zealand will still get the ball. China not really having any chances with the ball in recent times. Now Ben Old. Bustling work from him as always. Strong finding Sutton. Better build up by New Zealand perhaps this time. Long range shot here, but not really the juice on the connection there. A comfortable stop there for Han again. So if you just joined the broadcast, the Chinese team, this is the Chinese team that they hope to take to the Asian Games. If you're not sure what the Asian Games is, it's a very similar event to an Olympic Games, where it has a multiple sports like the Olympics, goes for about 3 weeks, and football is part of that event. It's been held in Hangzhou. It's been put off a couple of times due to COVID, but it will finally be held in that Chinese city in September. So that's what this Chinese team is building towards. Hughes couldn't link up with that direct pass to Bidwa that time. Sutton tried to win it. Herdman asking for the ball, but the referee didn't respond in kind that time. Wan back to his captain, Xiang, who's going direct this time. But Win is in good position, but it can only hit it to He. Click. This is Tao, good little ball. And that's come off Sermon, so it'll be a corner. Good play from China down the left. Finn Sermon, 19-year-old central defender. Conceding the corner. So taken quickly here by China. Dai needing to go back here and feed Yalaxiang. I went down, but referee, no whistle from her. And now, can New Zealand break here? And a late challenge. New Zealand pleading for a yellow card there, but referee Keeley is happy to keep her yellow card in the pocket. Finn Sermon just having a little discussion with referee Keeley. This is Hughes for New Zealand, and now Sam Sutton. Coming up to the 30-minute mark. Win. Or that pass again, not what Win would have liked. He was trying to find Oscar Van Hattem. New Zealand doing much better now to hustle and hurry China off the ball a bit. Win, good little ball into Dai. China still have it. Oh, that's a lovely touch, but Win there to clear it for New Zealand. You see China looking to hurry up the game again a bit at the moment. Trying to catch New Zealand off guard. One for China. Sermon going back for New Zealand, and Paulson. Good pressure by the Chinese strikers that time. But again, another little foul. Here's Herdman. Oh, nice little challenge there from Fleek, and China have got it back. And Bidwa, little pressure coming here. Good pressing here from New Zealand. Randall looking to put pressure there on Yalajiang, but he did well to outlet it. And now New Zealand have it back again. Here's Old. Old looking to get it around, but those Chinese defenders got it back very quickly. 4 or 5 of them back there super quick. And space was at a premium there for Ben Old. Here's Yang, the captain, once again. Plays for Shanghai Xinhua. Beautiful ball there. Again, a foul. That's done, spoiling all the good work, this time from here. There's Hughes scrambled back. That's a delightful ball to him. But Hughes is quick. He's about to turn 19 in a couple of days. So one of the younger players in this New Zealand team alongside Herdman. So Paulson's just going to pump this one deep. Hughes going back. And it's an awkward one, wasn't it? So a corner conceded by Isaac Hughes. Here he is, the Wellington Phoenix Reserves player. Played 24 games for them last year in the National and Central Leagues. And now China with this corner. And it's going to be Bai Weijun to take it. Paulson punches clear. The timing of that crossed from Tao, he would have wanted better. Sutton's header's only as far as that Chinese player, and he's blasted it over the bar. Again, couldn't quite get it down to get it on target there by Wei Jun. Plays for Shenzhen, right near Hong Kong, right in the southern part of China. And now look at them pressing off the ball here, looking to hurry up Ronan Win. Maybe force an error. That's good play from Bidwar, and now Hughes has got it. In space as well. It's Randall Wyatt on that left wing side. Every time he's touched the ball, he's looked dangerous. Got plenty of pace, hasn't he? Jesse Randall. There he is making a run up your top right-hand corner of your screen, but Sutton decides to keep the ball. Well won by Herdman. In fact, that's Herdman there. Good work by that other New Zealand player. It was Campbell Strong. This is building better. Here's Old. China have got back in big numbers, though. There's Win. And New Zealand need to go back all the way to Finn Sermon, with China getting all their players behind the ball very quickly. And now you can see them moving forward to put pressure on Sutton. That's well worked from him. Pass to Bidwar was pretty decent. Chance here for New Zealand inside the area, but again, half a dozen Chinese players back very quickly as Win. Ben Old looks to put a move on. And he's forced to retreat back to Win. That's good play from New Zealand. Just patient, not hurrying things too much. Preferring to keep the ball in possession rather than hurry the pass and maybe risk losing the ball. Just broke down between Herdman and Sutton there. And now China can come forward. Leak. Well, won by Bidwar again. Another free kick goes against China. Wow, can't remember the last time New Zealand gave away a free kick. There must be a good half a dozen in a row now that China have conceded. Now a card has been shown. Look like that one's gone on die. So referee Keeley just losing her patience finally. So 8 minutes to play until half-time. No goals in this game, with Riley Bidwar having their best opportunity way back in the 15th minute. And he hit the upright with a header. Strong looking to switch play over to Randall. Loves to run at defenders, Jesse Randall. Here he goes again. But he's double teamed. Still there for New Zealand. Ben Old with the header, but couldn't get it on target. But some good play by Randall. And pretty decent cross coming in from Sutton there, finding Ben Old. But in the end, still encouragement there for this New Zealand team. They have made a slow start. I don't think there was any doubt about that, but they've certainly come into the game really well in these last 20 minutes. In fact, you'd probably argue that they've been the better side after maybe China had looked the goods in the first 20 minutes. It's well one in midfield, and now Leak has Tau involved. Fan drifts out onto this left wing side, the centre forward. Jiang. Tau, but he got in the road of a teammate there. So a potential attack just pausing for the moment. They have to build again from the back. Good hustle and pressing here from Riley Bidwar. Jiang's going to go direct, but win is there for New Zealand. It's well won. And now here comes the under-22 side. Van Hattem is fouled again. This time by Jiang. Again, these nippy New Zealanders are causing China some problems. So Oscar Van Hattem lured another foul out of the Chinese side. So a chance here again to see players like Sermon, Hughes come forward. Campbell Strong's in the thick of it too. And there's a player at the far post. Han has saved brilliantly for China. Well, that was a near thing there. Very close to the opening goal again, New Zealand. Win with the header. Herdman trying to win it back here. He's done well there, Jay Herdman. And he's fouled, and there's going to be another yellow card. And Xiang this time, no hesitation from referee Keeley on that occasion. Here's this other chance again. Just sneaking over the far post there. I think that was Randall going very close. Or maybe it was Hughes, but nonetheless, another very close call. So 2 yellow cards in 4 minutes. Sutton. He's still got it. That's good commitment from Sam Sutton. Just over the head of Bidwar again, that cross. And a penalty's been given. Another yellow card as a player went down in the area. It looked like it was Sam Sutton. Just over the head of Bidwar. And what's Sutton here? Oh, he was kicked in the head, wasn't he? By that Chinese defender. Vin Sermon having words there with the referee Keeley. I don't think a red card was shown. China's discipline coming into question with that play. See if we can get another look at it at some stage just to try and pick up who that Chinese player was. As we see Sam Sutton now receiving some attention. Well, was that Dye who's been, I don't know if he was yellow carded in the end, but anyway, we know the penalty has been given and Sam Sutton is okay, which is great. And looks like he's going to take it, the captain. So New Zealand, who have had 2 clear-cut chances in this first half, might be third time lucky for them. Sam Sutton scored 3 goals in his Phoenix career. 1 goal this season against Melbourne City back in October. So he doesn't score often. And he would love to give this New Zealand team the lead here right on half-time in this game. Sam Sutton. And it's 1-0. And New Zealand deserve their lead. They have really come good in these last 30 minutes. A slow start from them, but they have certainly been the better of the 2 teams, luring numerous fouls out of this Chinese team as we watch Sutton beat Han and give the New Zealand under-22 team a 1-0 lead. So, a really good first half. They've really built nicely. And we're going to have 2 minutes of added time in this first half. So China rocked back after New Zealand's enthusiasm really picked up. Straight away, that's Randall again, creating real problems on that left wing side for the Chinese defence, who are getting very physical. Sutton. Here's Sermon. And now Ronan Wynn. There's another foul, and referee looked like she's going to haul out another yellow card there. And another one going in the book. Again, not much in that in terms of connection, but referee Keeley ruling a late and clumsy challenge. So another yellow card. That's 3 now in the first half. Maybe even before. Let's see what China can do now, as we see Wen trying to race away. And that will be half-time. Wow, an interesting first half. With China making a good start. But in the end, they will be trailing at half-time due to a really improved performance, which just got better and better by this New Zealand team through the first half. And here at Mount Smart Stadium, it's the New Zealand under-22s leading by 1-0. Some highlights now. Alex Paulson only been used a few times in the game, or seen himself involved a couple of times. Here's this early chance here in the 15th minute. Bidwar just couldn't have got it more flush on the post from that. Randall's been excellent on this left wing side. Ian Herdman got a good little combination going as he probed into the area. Sutton has been influential at left back. Here he is making a run, but the shot there right at Han. And by now, China was starting to get overly physical. So we saw Old try and guide one past. China's chances have been few and far between. There's been a couple of half chances. This one here, sailing over. And now Randall. Sutton did a beautiful job crossing it in there. Then Old just couldn't get the power or the direction on that header. And this was close, wasn't it? Very close for Randall there. And then we saw the penalty. It looked like Yu Ping He was the player who fouled Sam Sutton, who picked himself up and took the penalty and gave New Zealand the lead after being fouled inside the area. So there we are. It's half-time here at Mount Smart on the curtain raiser of the All Whites China International. It's the New Zealand under-22 team leading China under-24s 1-0. Well, thanks for joining us. Second half not too far away here in the first of two matches between the New Zealand under-22 team and the Chinese under-24 team. And it's halftime 1-0. New Zealand's lead with Sam Sutton scoring from the penalty spot just before the break. 4 players yellow carded in the first half for China, with referee Anna-Marie Keeley really pinging several Chinese players as we get the second half underway. And Sermon is just going to pump it straight away long and try and find Jesse Randall again. So we'll see if there's been any substitutes at half-time. Doesn't look like there has been made, or any have been made by Paul Temple, the New Zealand manager for this game today. Sutton on the ball. 4 players carded for China. Dai, number 10, Jiang, number 6, He, number 18, Wen, number 16. So all of those players carded in the first half. None carded for New Zealand. New Zealand are going to get a throw in. As we see Sutton look to take it quickly. Isaac Hughes. Glorious day for football in Auckland today. Very little wind and very pleasant temperature in the early 20s. And Randall gets Hughes back involved, and Sutton again. Back to Alex Paulson. That's a good pass from Wynn. Lovely touch here. Van Hadam, early little ball here as Bidwa powers onto this one. But in the end, it's shadowed nicely over the byline there by China's central defender here. And it's a goal kick. Han to take it. Call off a good stop in the first half. He's beaten earlier too. On the post by Riley Bidwa. And now Dai. It's a nice ball over to Tau. He's going to run at Sutton, is he? Sutton's a pretty crafty left back, but he has conceded the corner on that occasion. Sam Sutton, the captain today for this New Zealand under-22 team. He sure will be right in the mix to go to the Olympic Games next year, and then what will be by then the New Zealand under-23 team. So many of these players will all be backing up for that tournament as we see that corner taken. Going to be cleared effectively. Well, that ended up being a pretty decent ball to Van Hadam. Sermon. That's a good turn by Jay Herdman. Good play from him. Remember Herdman, the youngest player out there for this New Zealand starting 11. He's just 18. Son of John Herdman. Former Football Ferns coach. Canada's coach at the World Cup last year. Bit of pressure coming here from Randall and Bidwa on Xiang. He did well there, the under-24 captain, and now Huang desperately trying to shadow that ball, and a free kick is conceded by New Zealand this time. Here's Jesse Randall, 20-year-old. He's playing in the USA at the moment at Charleston, former Wellington Olympic player from last year. Now China coming forward, a useful attack here, and Win. The Chinese team had an argument there. Well, they didn't really pursue it, did they? As Win shadowed that one over the byline. Hao Fang was the Chinese player who in the end concedes the goal kick. Here's Sutton. Free kick is going to be awarded against Sutton. Going to be taken by Tai Wei-shun. Chance for them to push some players forward too. 5 in the penalty area. More white jumpers though. Header was good, but Paulson, he's a good keeper. Alex Paulson, highly promising. Noted shot saver. Wasn't troubled on that occasion. Lovely touch there from Sutton downfield, and there's a penalty, or rather a free kick against Riley Bidwar. Riley Bidwar, former Phoenix player, and a useful prospect. Sermon. Herdman muscled off the ball that time by Hleek. And he goes back to get it. Does the tall midfielder. Now Huang. Good play. Space here for China. That's a good pass. Cross coming in for the far post here. Free kick's been given to New Zealand. Hughes out to Sutton. That time it was lost by Campbell Strong, and here comes China again. Sermon in there. And he was fouled from behind, so a free kick there against China once again. Paulson will build from the back. A flag stayed down on that occasion, but it was cut out by Yali Xiang for China. And now here comes Tao. Again, he's hustled off the ball. Nice work by Randall. Early ball too. Van Hannem was the target of that pass, but it was well defended by China. And there's a well-won ball there by Sam Sutton again. And look at the space here for Bidwar. Onside, that's good into play. And Wynn's made a run from the back. And in the end, it's going to be a corner. It's a nice little transition play there by New Zealand. And they have earned themselves a corner early in the second half. 8 minutes played, still 1-0. The goal scorer, Sam Sutton, who got that penalty right on half-time. See, here comes Finn Sermon into the area again. Ben Old is going to take this one. Gathered nicely by Han, the Chinese keeper. Doesn't look like any substitutes have been made so far. Of course, both camps today have deep benches. Both camps have 12 players on their subs bench today to call on. So full squads of 23 per side. And we'll have the same on Sunday as well. China looking a little bit hesitant at the back here. And there's the error, which has been forced by New Zealand. So good work off the ball there by these New Zealand players. As Ronan Wynn is going to take that throw in. And Herdman, oh, it's off him. Can't quite believe the call. But China have been handed possession. Wen has got the throw in here. One of the players yellow carded in the first half. And he throws it to another. That's Dai. China can build here. This is Yang. Early ball in, but Paulson's got it comfortably under control again. Gets play underway. Likes to keep things moving. Strong. Herdman lost it. Here comes China. Early shot there for Wei Zhang, who's actually come onto the field. So Zhang has come on at halftime here, the striker, taller player from Hebei Football Club. 22 years of age, number 9. There he is, just at the top left there of your screen. Up with Dai up front at the moment for China. Foul is conceded by China on Jay Herdman again. He's been right in the thick of it, hasn't he, Jay Herdman? So they have Chinese coach Dejan Durdovic has certainly got more of an attacking focus out there now with Zhang up there. Fang's still there as well. So their intentions are clear in the second half. New Zealand keen to win the ball back again, aren't they? It's a nice commitment by Ben Old, but in the end it's been ruled to go off him out. And it's going to be a Chinese throw-in again. Yang with that throw-in. It's good work. Nice work off the ball there by Herdman again. And so New Zealand throw-in. Sutton looking to take it quickly. Oh, he did brilliantly there to keep it in. And now Tao for China. Zhang looking to get Tao back into it again. Got around Sam Sutton, but in the end another free kick goes against China. Hughes over to Sermon. 1-0. No score, no change to the halftime score here in this game. 1-0 to New Zealand, the first of two games between the China under-24 team and the New Zealand under-22 team. As part of this international series between New Zealand and China, full-blown international kicking off at 7 o'clock tonight, New Zealand time. A rear home game for the All Whites. Of course, all these four sides will be in action in Wellington again on Sunday. We'll have the second of these games that we're watching right now at 12:30 from Sky Stadium. So China having a good spell on the ball here through Leak. Target of that pass is Dai Wei Zhang, and he's almost sneaking through there. Ronan Wynn. Oh, that will fall for him. And now he can run. And he's just overcooked the pass. Great ball. China can sweep forward now. There's Sermon with the header, but it's still there for China. Good bustling play here from Wen. And Zhang. Well, it was wide, but that was one of China's better attacks of the game. It's actually been ruled a deflection off a New Zealand player. So it's going to be a corner was a tough one for Zhang Wei to get on target. But some nice fluent play for once by China in this game. Haven't seen that for some time. Let's see if they can make something of this corner to be taken by Dai Weishun. Still here for the visitors. Oh, Jay Herdman again with a good play from him. And New Zealand will be able to clear it with that foul here on Riley Bidwar. So it looks like a sub is being made, and we're going to get two new New Zealand players on. Coming on is Finn Conchi, number 16, and Nathan Lobo is coming on as well. Conchi, a Wellington Phoenix player, and Lobo, an Auckland City player. Both underage New Zealand internationals. And Sam Sutton, who scored the goal in the first half, is coming off. And we've got a sub for China as well. As you can see, we've got Chen Wokang. He's going to come on for Tao Qianlong. So Chen on, another player who's played full internationals for China. He's coming on in the midfield. So a couple of new players. We'll see how they go. Nathan Lobo on the, of course, another very good defender on this left wing side. New Zealand under-17s international from 2019 at the World Cup. Played 23 games for Auckland City last year. We'll cause some reshuffling. We'll see how New Zealand cope with that. And now China have the ball here through Wen. Oh, there's space here too. Here's a good-looking attack. But the white shirts get rid of it. But that clearance had no timing in it whatsoever, so China can build again. And here's the sub, Chen. One of his first touches. He's done well. Hooks it back to Zhang, but he can't get it on target. In fact, it was Abulahan Leek who couldn't get it. It's another sub there for China. Yao has come on, number 24, and he is on. See what impact he can make as well. Well, that's come off Chen, and it's going to be New Zealand ball. Looks like an injured player for China has just paused proceedings. Dai is the player who is being attended to. .23 years of age, Chinese international from under 20s international from 2018. Doesn't look particularly serious. China are going to make another substitution while Huang is coming off. And on comes Ming Ming. Guy plays for Guangzhou, another city in the south of China, right near Hong Kong. Big city too. Here is New Zealand. See what they can do with their bit of reshuffling. And here's one of the new players, Lobo, but he's a quality young player. And now Win with an opportunity to spread that Chinese defence on the right-hand side. Again, not much contact there on that New Zealand player, but nothing is escaping referee Keeley today. Jay Herdman, the player, fouled on that occasion. So we'll see how New Zealand strategically set up for this one. Going to be, we saw Ben Old taking a couple in the first half. So a tightly congested New Zealand attack here. Very far away from where this free kick is being taken. So it's going to be Randall. It's going to go direct for goal, and it was a pretty decent effort. Han with a good stop there for China, and they can counter through Fang. And that was a nicely struck shot. Han was at full stretch there pretty much. Well, I can only ask the question when you're taking free kicks like that, and if the keeper's up to the task, then fair play. As was Han on that occasion. Some good pressing off the ball here by New Zealand. Has China just hurrying their clearance just a touch. Hughes settles it down for Finn Sermon, and here's Ronan Win again. Herdman on the right at the moment. Pretty much playing all over. He's having an excellent game, and that's a good ball. And now New Zealand can attack on this right wing side. Oh, it's good play. Here comes New Zealand again. It's Han clearing it away, and New Zealand still have it through Herdman. Van Hattem sniffing around, and Han's got it eventually. Well, again, very good positive play for New Zealand. They're asking questions. Well, how good was that from Ronan Win? Never gave up there, but whereas Van Hattem was sniffing around again. And in the end, China have got it clear. And Hughes going back. He looks like he's taken over the captaincy today too, with Sutton having been substituted now. Wow, here comes Ben Old, and look at the space for Ben Old here. Oh, beautiful ball, Bidwa. It's 2-0. A beautiful attack up the middle by New Zealand. And Riley Bidwa tucks home a second goal. Beautifully executed by Ben Old, and the pass was a gem, wasn't it? And the run time to perfection, and Riley Bidwa doubles New Zealand's lead. And it is a comfortable lead now for this New Zealand side. Beautiful stuff from Ben Old. And Bidwa, who an interesting player, was with the Phoenix for a while, of course, played heavily for the reserves over the last couple of years of the New Zealand Premiership. Played 5 A-League games, 1 start. Didn't get on the score sheet though, but now he's over in Dandenong in Australia. But good to see him back on New Zealand soil. And again, good pressure coming from Ben Old here. Look at the hustle, but he'll concede the foul there, but certainly worse places in the field to concede a foul, isn't there? Ben Old, remember, he's the only player in this New Zealand team that's played full internationals for the All Whites. Played 2 games last year, debuted against Australia in September. Oh, that's given up. And Herdman, comfortable get for him. And now here come New Zealand again. As Randall switched to the right-hand side. Looks like we're going to get another sub. And we've got 2 new players coming on for New Zealand. On comes Joe Lee, number 11. Had a terrific season for Auckland City last year. And rewarded with selection in this side. And also coming on, Noah Karunaratne. Another young Wellington Phoenix player. So Ben Old is coming off. Karunaratne comes on to replace him. Another midfielder. And Joe Lee coming on as well. And Oscar Van Hatten being replaced by Joe Lee, ex-North Shore player. Played 35 games last year for Joe Lee. He's already played 2 this season too in the Oceania Champions League qualifiers. 35 games last year, 8 goals for Auckland City. So he just about played as many games as anyone for a champion Auckland team last year. Good to see Paul Temple giving 4 players now an opportunity from the subs bench in this game. And Karunaratne is going to give up the free kick there. Karunaratne, another one of these New Zealand under-19 players that went to Tahiti last year and won the Oceania under-20 title to qualify, or the under-19 title, to qualify for the FIFA under-20 World Cup in Indonesia later on in the year. Played in 5 games in that tournament. Paulson. China coming forward here to put pressure on the New Zealand defenders, trying to get another mistake out of them. They've got the ball back again. Lobo, and that might have taken a deflection off a Chinese player. It has. So 2 Auckland City players out there, Lobo and Joe Lee, both playing on this left flank. Herdman trying to get Lee into the game. He's got plenty of pace, Joe Lee. He'll be keen and hungry to make an impression. And there is good hustling there by Randall and by Lee. So a free, or throw-in rather, has been won by New Zealand. Herdman. Oh, that's clever. He's got it back, but he's under pressure. He's got no space in the corner, but he's still good enough to win a throw. And excellent work by Herdman. Just before the throw, we've got another sub about to be made. So Sun is coming on, number 11. And also Abud Vlamu is on too, number 21. China have got a free kick for offside play right in the corner. So the trial by 2-0. Sam Sutton getting the penalty in the 45th minute, just before half-time, and Riley Bidwar doubling New Zealand's lead in the 70th minute. Good signs for this young New Zealand team. Remember, this Chinese team is the under-24 side. A lot of these New Zealand players aged around 20 that are playing in this game. Significantly younger than this Chinese side, or most of their players are 22, 23. But the New Zealand team are handling this challenge pretty well. As Hughes looks to get Joe Lee involved in the game again. Tough one for him to control as Karunaratne wins the ball back for New Zealand. Herdman's going to concede the foul. Unlucky there. Looked like he got plenty of ball. It's taken quickly by China. Isaac Hughes and Finn Sermon still controlling the central defence for New Zealand in this game. That's nice play from China. Here's a good look into the area perhaps. Hughes with a header. Still here for China though as Wen leaves it for a teammate. Leek is still out there, looking to create something in central midfield for his team. They need to go all the way back here to Hahn, who looks a little indecisive. Frustration for China. They've given up more possession. It's the new player out there, Abud Vlamu. So New Zealand can control this game again with 13 minutes to play. And now Lobo on a run. Well defended by China that time. Sun coming forward. Chen. It's back to Ming Ming, and now it's good play as China look to utilise the space on this left-hand side, but that's good defending again by Win. He's had some really good moments in this game. And that's a nasty collision right there, and referee is going to award no foul, but she is going to stop play for an injury. Win lost his footing, or may have just had his heels clipped as he ran forward there and then ended up with a nasty collision. Sermon again is arguing the case here, but watch, yeah, just clipped his heels there and then boom, oh dear. He just ran and lost his balance and ran into one of those Chinese players. Wondered initially whether Win might have been concussed there for a short moment, but he looks to be okay. Busy game has Ronan Win, younger brother of Declan. Another former Phoenix Reserves player, finished up there in 2020 before he headed off to university in Denver. So China will carry on with possession, so there'll be 11 minutes of play left, but we'll have probably 3 or 4 at least now of added time as they look to try and get one back here on New Zealand. Hughes over there trying to win it, and he's done well. There's Lobo. Didn't really clear it with any authority. Now, New Zealand's defenders almost getting tangled up there. And in the end, a corner is probably not the worst result, given Hughes and Sermon just got a little communication between them. Wasn't as decisive as they were hoping it to be. So plenty of white jumpers there. going to be Abud Vlami to take it. Is that player onside? He is. Oh, stopped by Alex Poulsen. Or maybe there was an offside call in the end, but there's Poulsen. He loves to stop shots. He's a very, very flamboyant keeper when he gets the opportunity to show his skill set. As we saw a glimpse of it right there. Good attack from China. Just wonder where that player just drifted into an offside position. Like it was Chen. Still no luck for China. That one there. Yeah, right. They've not really had a decent chance in this game, really, when we think about it, all the way back to the start of the contest. Had moments where they've got into New Zealand's area, but they haven't really generated a really top quality chance in the game. Now Win rather hurries back. Sermon. This is Isaac Hughes, and now Lobo. Again, good pressure by the Chinese forward line. Hurrying up the New Zealand defenders. Sermon gets it over to Win, and now New Zealand. But there's some high pressing coming from China's attackers. Again, New Zealand have to be careful and accurate with their passes. Poulsen involved as Hughes finally can get some green pasture. No, he's back into the action again, Isaac Hughes. Sermon looking to get it out of there. Karuna Ratner almost wins it for New Zealand, and in fact he is going to get it now. Charge it down, or calm it down rather, through Finn Conchi, who's taken over from Campbell Strong. And now you see the red shirt sweeping forward again. Herdman. Hughes back to Conchi. Here's Lobo. So New Zealand's defensive line doing a good job at soaking up some time, maybe managing the game a touch. Great ball there. And now here comes an opportunity for Joe Lee, but that's a lovely challenge that time from Yalajiang. And here comes China again through Hilik. That was better as China came out of their own half with Chen winning a throw-in. Looks like a couple more subs about to be made these last 10 minutes by Paul Temple. So Jay Herdman's off. Terrific game from him. He's played really well. On comes Dan Mackay. And this is Zach Zoricic coming on as well. Central Coast Mariners player. And so Finn Sermon coming off. Good solid game from the highly promising central defender. And he's very happy with his day's work. And rightly so. It's a good solid game by Sermon. So a chance here for Mackay and a couple of others. Zach Zoricic, of course, the son of Chris. So here comes China again. That's good work, and nipped in there and got that ball back, did Sun. And now Xiang. What can China cook up here in these last few minutes? Can they get one back? Good ball. Nice spread of the ball by Avulamu. And here he is again. Early cross. And it's straight at Paulson. Oh, Chen had an uncontested header there. But all he could pick out was the man in the light purple outfit, Alex Paulson. China again. Good work by Noah Karunaratne again. He's a busy midfielder. China coming forward again. Good work back by Finn Conchi. What's one to see? Commitment right to the end of the game. Plenty of substitutes out there now for New Zealand, getting a good run in this game, and it's all about giving them all an opportunity. With big tournaments coming in the next 12 to 18 months, including for several of these players, the Under-20 World Cup this year in Indonesia, and of course the Olympic Games next year. Now here comes Pleak. Work from Chen here on the ball, and now Yelaine Zhang. Sun lays it off. Looks out pretty well there for Mingmin, and he's over the bar. But look, that was better from China. Some good stringing together of passes on that occasion. Had the New Zealand defence just guessing a little bit more than perhaps earlier. They have earlier in the game. Well, it was wide as well, but still encouraging signs towards the end of this contest for this Chinese Under-24 side, as they look to get something out of this game. New Zealand got that good 2-goal buffer. 1 goal in each half. There's a good through ball. Bidwa chasing through, but the captain Zhang able to clear it all. That's wobbly. In the end, it's Zhang again who tidies up, and Han will seal it off. But some untidy play at the back again from China, just opening the door a fraction for New Zealand. Xian. Yellow Xian now, number 3. He's been playing on this right-hand defensive position. Han. Now Mingmin, who had that shot just a moment ago. Wen did well to keep it in. And that'll be a foul against Ronan Wynn. Player fouled was one of the subs, Abud Vlamu, and now a chance for the Chinese players to push forward again. Mingmin's going to take the free kick as we head up towards the 90-minute mark in this game. Good ball in, and the tall figure of Xiang couldn't get that header on target. Oh, over the top, and Paulson, though, again, very comfortably behind that one. But again, some good play from China. Playing again like they did at the start of the game, where they're looking the better of the two teams, but I think New Zealand's intensity just might have dropped a little bit, especially with the ball. And they're seemingly a touch happier at the moment to play without the ball and just defend this 2-0 lead, and can't blame them. They've managed the game pretty well. Player down is Isaac Hughes, the 18-year-old defender. So that's the scene here at Mount Smart Stadium. Forget it, 7 o'clock tonight, live on Sky Sport, will be the full international between New Zealand and China. Tommy Smith playing his 50th international for New Zealand. I'm looking forward to seeing that game. And of course, we'll see this game 2 of this series on Sunday at 12:30 here on New Zealand Football's YouTube channel, and then the full international, second full international on Sunday from 4 o'clock on Sky Sport. So into the last, or into added time now of this contest. Chen for China. Nice shift of the ball from Mingmin. He's had some nice touches since he's come on in this second half. Switch of play over to Jiang. New Zealand just happy to hold off, let China have some ball. Mark the space. Flick for China. Xian. Flick with some nice one-touch football. Opens it up here perhaps for the Chinese. That was Fang's pass. Oh, lovely ball. If he can keep it in field, he can just. It's still there. And now it's scrambled clear for a corner. It's a good work there from Abud Vlamu. He did brilliantly to keep it in the field of play. Just kept the opportunity live. And now China have the opportunity again to get a consolation goal in this game. Here they go. Paulson trying to get in position. And it's over the bar from Wu. Hard luck for China. That was maybe their best chance of the game so far. And Xiaokong Wu couldn't get it on target. So New Zealand getting a little passive towards the end of this game. Maybe thinking that 2-0, once they got 2-0 ahead, it was enough for them to close out the game. Well, more pressure coming on the defence again here for New Zealand. I'm sure China will play right to the end of this game. Xiang, and now out to Yala Jiang. Again, good pressure by the All Whites that time, the junior All Whites. Free. Oh, it's going to be a throw-in for New Zealand. Ruled to come off Abulahan Click. And now it's going to be Lobo to take this throw-in. Bidwar trying to win possession for New Zealand. Mackay hooks it back there. And now away goes Mackay on this right-hand side. Just trying to delicately pass it in there. And Hahn was open to, or had his eyes open for that possibility. One last attack for Sun here, maybe for China, but win. A couple of errant passes in the first half, but other than that, he's been very good at right back today. Jumping on that one is Lee for New Zealand. Oh, they've lost it. There's Mackay. Lost it, and Paulson called into play again. Good little shot there from Zhang Wei. Paulson is a hard man to beat. In the best of circumstances, you need to Put a very accurate shot. It's beat Alex Paulson, a very athletic keeper. And unfortunately, one of the New Zealanders has been injured in that exchange with Zhang Wei. And it's Isaac Hughes again. He's all right, though. So time just about up in this contest, with New Zealand looking good for a good solid win. In fact, that is the full-time whistle. And it is the New Zealand under-22s team that take first blood in this two-match series over the China under-24 side. Goals in each half. Sam Sutton scoring from the penalty spot in the 45th minute, and Riley Bidwar in the 70th. And New Zealand have got this game 2-0. As we check out some highlights, Ben Old was influential in the first half. Good opportunity coming here for Bidwar, but he hit the post. That was in the 15th minute. And from there, New Zealand started to take control of the game, creating numerous half chances, including that one there for Ben Old. Another one just eluding Riley Bidwar there, but that penalty on Sam Sutton, picked himself up off the turf to take the penalty, and New Zealand took the lead. That was in the 45th minute, just before half-time. 4 yellow cards given to the Chinese team in the first half, none in the second as it turned out. Yeah, a couple of half chances in the game did China. Came through nicely. This one here was a beauty from Jesse Randall. Good stop, the near post by Hahn. And then the second goal. Great run from Ben Old here, and he beautiful pass through the centre, and Bidwar tucked it away nicely to double New Zealand's lead. That was in the 70th minute. China came back with a couple of late opportunities. Paulson spectacular there, but that player that delivered the pass on that occasion was offside. Ming was off target there. And that really was that in terms of this game. So good effort by the New Zealand under-22 team to win this first of 2 internationals by 2-0. We will be back for the second game of this series on Sunday at 12:30. We'll be in Wellington for that game. But football fans, I'm sure you'll be well aware that at 7 o'clock tonight, the full All Whites will be playing on this ground here against the full Chinese international team. That's live on Sky Sport at 7 o'clock. I'm sure the Sky Sport team will enjoy your company at that time. But from me, Glenn Lama, thanks for watching today, and we'll catch you again at 12:30 on Sunday for Game 2 of this series.